Hi everybody, Shannon and Karen here with Wandering Out Yonder. Today we are in Leesylvania State Park. It's in Virginia, although Maryland is just right over there, so we're pretty close to Maryland too. So we're in Leesylvania State Park at Freestone. Is that what it's called? Freestone Point? Very quiet out here today. It's cold. We're going to take a walk out on the pier. Okay, so it's kind of an odd area. Right now I am in Virginia. Anything on this side of the pier is Virginia. See the state sign? And then I'm flipping back around. Everything on this side belongs to the state of Maryland. Isn't that weird? Anyhow, this is the Occoquan Bay. Right here in the Potomac. It's fed by the Potomac. So we are at the end of the pier. A lot of fishing happens out here. Not quite sure what that is way out there. I'm sure some fishermen out there will know. This is part of the Civil War trails, I believe. This was the home of Robert E. Lee, I believe. There's some signage over here that talks about this being part of his home. Freestone Point was his home. And then all of the activity that happened around here during the Civil War with the Confederates and the Union soldiers. But anyhow, we're going to be going on the Leeswood Historic Trail, and this is just a short little trail. There are some historic landmarks that we're going to be seeing, and we're going to be sharing those with you. Okay, so from what I understand, there's a fort, a Lee home site, a cemetery, the Fairfax home site. So it looks like, and there's going to be some views of the bay here that we're going to be sharing with you. So this is the marquee right here, and again, like I said, this is part of the Virginia Civil War trails. And you can see right here it talks about Robert E. Lee and what happened here, the blockade that the Confederates built that lasted until 1862. So anyhow, we're going to take you along with us. So we're heading up this way right now. This is an amphitheater up here. So I'm guessing the trail will kind of veer off from that. These kind of, the trails in this little park all kind of connect pretty much. Not a whole lot of trails in the park, but it's kind of interesting, the history behind this area. Okay, so this marquee talks about the Freestone Point Hunt Club, established in 1926. And I am guessing this maybe is a remnant of that, the fireplace. Okay, so it says on this site stood the lodge of the Freestone Point Hunt Club. All right, so it kind of overlooked the Occoquan Bay out here. Now, the Civil War fort, the Confederate fort, was up here. You see there's a cannon still here. Probably a replica, but... And then some marquees. And again, this is a replica, but similar to what was used here, called a 32-pounder. So there's not really anything left here, these mounds. But you can see they had a view of this bay all around down the Potomac. So they had a pretty good point of view from here to try to defend this area. So one of the odd things to me about this park is it's in a really heavily lived in area, I guess, I don't know. You can hear in the background all kinds of industry sorts of things going on. You can even see the big industry buildings. You can see a lot of houses, a lot of residential. You can hear ambulances, and I'm sure you can hear a train. There's a train track across over here. It's really just odd, and I think what happened here is we've seen this happen in a few of the state parks where civilization started encroaching on these historical areas, and they were like, wait a second, we need to section this off because this is a historical area. So unfortunately, there is a whole lot going on around you in this park, but the history behind it's pretty cool. So anyhow, I'm going to turn you around and show you kind of what I'm talking about. So you can see across the bay here, some homes that are sitting right on the bay. Looks like a railroad bridge over there. Lots of homes up on the hill. And we keep hearing this loud banging noise behind us. Not sure what that is, but it almost sounds like explosions. Yeah, maybe it's a quarry. That's what it sounds like. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish taking you around. So you can see this is a really wide trail. Probably heavily used in the warmer months. It's just basically a nice walk. I'm sure people use it a lot just to kind of get a little bit of exercise. But we are coming up on the cemetery graveyard. So I'm going to be sharing with you what we find here. All right, so this is the burial site of Henry Lee. Now, he was a lieutenant and presiding justice of Prince William County. All right, and among their 8 children born at Leesylvania were Light Horse Harry Lee, a Revolutionary War hero, governor of Virginia, and father of Robert E. Lee. Charles Lee, Attorney General of the United States, Richard Bland Lee, the first congressman for Northern Virginia, and Edmund Jennings Lee, mayor of Alexandria. So there is the political history of the Lee family right there. What about that? Continue down that way. Okay, so this is the Lee and Fairfax family cemetery over here to the right. Okay. All right. So they established this cemetery for their families, that they would be overlooking the bay here. All right, so this is stop 9 on the trail, this Lee Fairfax Cemetery right here. Shannon and I have done the trail backwards, of course. We do everything backwards. Anyway, okay, so this is an interactive trail. There are signs that tell you a little bit about what it is that used to be here along the way. We don't have any kind of pamphlet or anything. I don't think that there was one at the trailhead that I saw. Anyway, so we're just kind of guessing which direction to go, but anyhow, we're going to share with you what we find. This is, like I said, the railroad line, and there is a sign down here that we're going to read. Okay, so this is a site that shows the railway line by the Alexandria and Fredericksburg Railroad.
The train ran off the track.
Okay. So anyhow, wasn't too successful here. They had landslides and all kinds of issues with the train here, so I'm guessing it didn't make it for that reason.
Here's the original track.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is today's track.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw the train bridge as we were walking over here. So this was site number 8, Lee home site. And there's a marquee here. Give you some information on it. Okay, this is the site over here of the Lee home. The ruins of the plantation. There's not anything left. There's like a corner of the foundation wall left, and it's across the ridge over here. They don't want you going over there.
Must be under leaves.
Yeah, I think it must be under leaves right now because we don't see anything. But that's where it was, so we're going to continue on here. Just ran across some freshly uprooted trees. Look at the roots on that, the dirt. I'm running across the path here. So I'm wondering if that's not from the recent rains and so forth that we've had in these areas. Evidently this was the site of the barn. Nothing left that I can see.
There in the corner. You can see some of
Okay, a little bit left of the foundation over here in the corner. Not a whole lot. Anyhow, sat down way down from the house. The house is way up there on the top of that ridge. So, that's a nice view. That would be a nice view from here. This is another site. This is the site of the Fairfax home. Fairfax family home, I'm sorry. And I was wrong about the barn. The barn sits over here to the right of this home. And then up on the ridge way back there is where the Lee family home was. So anyhow, in relation to where we're at, that's what this is, the Fairfax home. So you can see what's left. And there's a little marquee discussing the home. You can see this is an artist rendition of what the home looked like. Pretty, isn't it? Sitting right here on this bay. Nice view. Yeah, there's the remnants of the fireplace. You can see it was a 2-story, had 2 fireplaces in it. You can see maybe 3, who knows. And then you can see some of the foundation still kind of scattered about. But yeah, the fireplace is cool. I always think it's interesting that that's what's always left standing of some of these old vintage homes. Fireplaces always seem to stand up to everything, so pretty cool. Okay, thanks everybody for joining us as we went wandering out yonder here in Leesylvania State Park. Shannon and I didn't know a whole lot about this area to begin with. Thought we'd drive down and take a look at it. Learned something. Didn't know that this was the Lee family home, and I didn't know there was so much Civil War history right here, so we did learn something coming down here, and hope you did too. So anyhow guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.